You don't need a new life, you need a new standard. Because the reason you keep falling back into the same place is not bad luck. It is not your situation. It is not because you lack talent. It is because your life is being built by habits you no longer respect. And here's the truth. Most men don't ruin their lives in one dramatic moment. They ruin it quietly. One skipped workout, one wasted morning, one late night scrolling, one broken promise to themselves at a time. Then they wake up months later, wondering why they feel weak, unfocused, and behind. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is that every time you break your word to yourself, you lose trust in yourself. You say you will wake up early, but you don't. You say you will stop wasting time, but you don't. You say tomorrow will be different, but tomorrow becomes another copy of yesterday. And slowly, you stop believing yourself. That is how discipline breaks. Not from failure, from repeated self-betrayal. Let that sink in. You cannot build confidence while constantly proving to yourself that you quit when things get uncomfortable. Comfort is expensive. It costs focus. It costs strength. It costs self-respect. And if you keep choosing easy, your future will become hard. Think about it. The man you want to become does not appear because you watched another video. He does not show up because you felt motivated for 10 minutes. He is built through repeated proof. Every action is evidence. When you train, even when you do not feel like it, that is evidence. When you put your phone down and work, that is evidence. When you wake up on time, keep your room clean, control your urges, and do what you said you would do, that is evidence. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is proof. Proof that you are not controlled by your mood. Proof that your future matters more than your comfort. Proof that you are becoming someone stronger. And this is where most people fail. They try to rebuild their entire life in one day. They wake up and say, "I'm changing everything." Then they create a perfect plan. Gym every day. Reading every morning. No phone, no junk food. No distractions. 10 new habits at once. And 3 days later, they collapse. Not because they are weak, because they tried to build a mansion on a cracked foundation. The discipline method that rebuilds your life is simple. Start with one promise. One small promise you will not break. Not 10. 1. Wake up when your alarm rings. Train for 20 minutes. Read 5 pages. Clean your desk before bed. Put your phone away for the first hour of the day. Make it clear. Make it simple. Make it non-negotiable. Because the goal is not to impress anyone. The goal is to become the kind of man who keeps his word. That is the foundation. Once you keep one promise long enough, something changes. You start to trust yourself again. Then you add another, then another, and suddenly discipline is no longer something you force. It becomes your identity. You stop asking, "Do I feel like it?" You start asking, "What would the stronger version of me do right now?" That question can rebuild your life. Because every weak moment gives you a choice. The old you chooses comfort. The new you chooses respect. The old you scrolls. The new you works. The old you waits for motivation. The new you moves first and lets motivation follow. Motion creates emotion. You do not need to feel ready. You need to act until readiness becomes irrelevant. No one talks about this. But your life is not changed by intensity. It is changed by consistency. Anyone can be intense for one day. A disciplined man becomes steady when nobody is watching. He does the boring work. He wins the quiet mornings. He controls the small urges. He keeps showing up when the excitement is gone. That is where the rebuild happens. Not in public, not in applause, in silence. Your habits are votes for your future. Every day, you are voting for the man you will become. And if you keep voting for distraction, comfort, and excuses, do not be surprised when your life reflects it. But if you start voting for discipline, focus, and self-respect, even in small ways, your identity will change. You will stand differently, think differently, move differently, because you will know something most men don't. You can trust yourself. So today, Don't try to fix your whole life. Choose one promise. Keep it, then keep it again tomorrow. That is how you rebuild. Not through motivation, through evidence. The person you become is built by what you repeat. The question is, are you going to keep repeating the old life, or start proving you are ready for a new one? Comment, "I'm ready" if you are serious about changing. And subscribe for more discipline, focus, and self-improvement.